Welcome to another episode of the Back Catalogue podcast. This is the podcast where we, and for the final time I'm going to say it, are back for 2023.
Is that because this is the last week of January?
Well, for us it is, but for the listeners it won't be.
Yes, it will be.
We come out on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think that might be the 1st of Feb.
That's the 1st of February.
Welcome! And by we, I mean me, App, and my co-host / co-founder Vincent. We dive into the stream service. We tell you, the listener and the viewer, what is worth and what is not. And Vincent, we're here for 2022's very own Jurassic World Dominion. Like, I've got the hots for what's in the box with the dots. You know what I mean? That's Domino's. You know, that's old school Domino's reference.
That's Domino's. I mean, they missed their opportunity to advertise. Product placement.
Like at the very start when they did that, now this. Like it's like a Facebook post.
Yeah,
they should have just had an ad come up say, "I've got the hots."
I got the hots
with the dots. But let me tell you some facts about this, Vincent, because there's facts. There's facts.
Are they dinosaur facts? Because if they aren't dinosaur facts, I'm not interested.
Well, see, this is the thing. Like, for a movie about dinosaurs, there's not enough dinosaur facts.
No, there needs to be dinosaur facts.
So this has got the 5.6 out of 10 on the IMDb. It's got 29% on the Rotten Tomatoes. But most importantly, it has 29% on Flicks.
Flicks.
I'm clicking onto Flicks just to see flicks.com.au. Like, it's doing movie reviews. Like, because they're reviewing Flicks is what they're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
And they gave it 29%. No, what did they give it? I can't see what they gave it anymore. They're just showing what other people gave it. They gave it 29% as well. So this released in June of 2022. I mean, was this forgettable or what, Vincent? We'll talk about that. And it made $1 billion US.
Yeah, bro, this is forgettable. You make a forgettable movie with $1 billion, you say, yep, I've done my job.
Dude, man, movies be making money these days.
I've clocked in, I've made $1 billion, I've clocked out.
So 4 years after the destruction of Isla Nublar, I think that's how you pronounce it, dinosaurs now live and hunt alongside humans all over the world. This fragile balance will reshape the future and determine once and for all whether human beings are to remain the apex predators on a planet that they now share with history's most fearsome creatures. And we are here. And like, unless this place is Pangea, I don't know how they're all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
Illegal trade, bro.
I mean, that could be the illegal trade routes from the original movie, from the second movie. You seen the second one of this? So there's Jurassic World, the reboot, and then there was...
The second one was, hey, we're back on the island, but it's actually better. Is that the one? Or is it we're trying to get everything off the island?
Because the island's about to explode.
The island's about to explode.
But then in the background, they're doing like, we're trading dinosaurs.
Yeah, and they're doing like, get into the water.
And we're like in a mansion and there's dinosaurs.
That's right, and that's when they clone the lady.
That's where they
clone. Hey, spoilers for Jurassic World.
Hey, spoilers for all the Jurassic Worlds, because there's 3 of them now.
And all the parks and all the recreations, all of them.
I mean, every single one that we will be talking about today, if it has Jurassic at the start of it, we're spoiling it.
Like we're spoiling the whole Jurassic period, 130 million years ago. I don't know exactly when that was, but we're spoiling it.
All I'm saying is some of the people also asked on Google, they asked things like, what streaming services is it on? That's questions.
That's a question.
But a thing that people ask is Jurassic World Dominion 6 hours?
See, something like what streaming services is Jurassic World Dominion on, that's something that you want on the first page of Google. Because that's the questions that you want the answers for. Yeah. But is Jurassic World Dominion 6 hours? My guy, what answer are you looking for? I
mean, you type in Jurassic World Dominion, it comes up as 2 hours and 27 minutes. But let me tell you, if they changed the question to, does Jurassic World feel like it runs for 6 hours? They would have been entirely correct. But the thing would have just said yes.
Jeez.
And we'll get into that. Look,
we'll get into that. Did you even watch the whole movie?
I watched the majority of it.
So percents. How much percents did you watch?
I watched about 64%.
I mean, that's better than 29%.
That's better than 29% on the Rotten Tomatoes. Here's what happened. So last night, I'm watching this late. I had personal things. I had work related things. I had back catalog related things to do. And the back catalog related things to do, I didn't do them. I was meant to do descriptions for the Patreon. I didn't do it. But here's the thing. I'm sitting in my room. I'm watching Jurassic World Dominion.
Hold on, just before you do that.
Yeah. Tell me, you got notes?
Yeah, I got notes.
You got notes. You getting notes out?
Yeah, I'm getting notes out.
Now, I'm gonna hit you with some of my notes, and then I'm just gonna let you have notes. Because
So
like you
that's
got notes.
26.
It's the 26. I know this is gonna be some dumb idiot stuff.
All right, continue.
What'd you make a note of?
I had to remember to get some things from here. So
Okay.
And if I don't write it down, man's going to forget.
I'll be bad is gonna forget.
And I'm going to go home and then I'm going to be asked, where are those things? And I say, well, they're the last place I looked.
I thought
We'll
you
be back here.
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, let me just what's the date today? 26. All right, yeah. Yeah, Apo is a dumb idiot.
Dinosaurs rule, apostolic drools.
Let me tell you, dinosaurs do rule. Now I want to preface this entire review by saying one thing to people. You tell me that this movie is going to be about dinosaurs in the real world. And I'm not talking about they're in a park, they're in a world, they're doing things. I'm talking about you're running down the street, there's a triceratops on that same street, and it's wrecking up the place. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I love nothing more than that.
The whole premise of this movie, there's dinosaurs, but they're in the real world. I mean, that's $1 billion. That's a $1 billion idea, evidently.
Evidently it is. And
But I think anything with dinosaurs, you could get people in the cinemas.
I mean, anything with the word Jurassic at the start as well, because it is a franchise, it is a
Jurassic.
series, beloved.
But what other dinosaur movies have there been that have been big dinosaur movies? I'm not talking about like, finding Tyrannosaurus Rex and they go in the jungle and they try to find them.
And they ain't there.
And it ain't there. They're looking up, they're looking down, they're saying it ain't there.
I mean, really, if we're looking at dinosaur movies, the Jurassic Park series has taken the cake in regards to ones that are popular.
But
the only
are
ones
there
I can
any
think
other
of
ones?
is like, The Lost World. That one with it's like cartoons and that one goes, yep. Remember that one?
That's The Land Before Time.
Land Before Time. What's
Yeah.
The Lost World?
The third
That's the second Jurassic
World, or the third, second
I think that's
Jurassic
the Jurassic Park movie. Yeah, that's the second one. Yes, The Land Before Time.
that slaps.
That slaps, and it
Because
slaps for
you
many
go
generations.
in the Great Beyond, there's trouble.
I mean, you don't want to go there. Like as far as the eye can see.
Bro, there's sharp teeth.
No, like there's snaggletooth things. Like it's all there.
It's all there.
But no, there hasn't been. But we were chatting, you and I, that there is an exciting movie coming out, in 2023's very own, which is called 65. Which
Has that got dinosaurs?
I'm talking about dinosaurs. I'm talking about,
Has that got dinosaurs?
dude. Let me tell you what it's about.
Bro.
I'm talking
Are
about.
you serious?
Yeah, I'm talking about Star Wars' very own. What's that man's name?
Adam driving.
Yeah, Ben Swallow. He's a spaceman. He's doing space things.
And
Rocks
he
up
goes
on
to
a planet,
space base and there's dinosaurs.
and there's dinosaurs. He's got laser guns.
Oh, Jesus.
Like you see Ben Swallow with laser guns, like shooting at dinosaurs. That's a movie.
Bro, we got to go to the cinemas to see
I mean, that might not make a Billy, but that's a movie. And I mean, you choose a name like 65, people don't know about dinosaurs.
No,
if you just
you
call
don't.
it like space dinosaurs, people would go.
If you call
wild
it
for
65 space dinosaurs and lasers.
or just straight up 65 space dinosaurs, and there's 65 of them. You just got to kill them all.
And Ben Swallow is there and he shoots one. He's like, no, get a little notepad. 64?
Hey, what's the date today? Yeah, 26th. Yeah, so I'm excited for that because we've talked about this before, but like you put a Godzilla movie out there, we'll go watch it.
We'll go watch it. I mean, you watched, we were in the cinemas watching Godzilla King of Monsters. Was that the second one?
The
one where King Ghidorah is there?
Yeah.
And, we walked out the cinemas and I'm thinking, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then you're telling me this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I mean, look, you got all these monsters in one and they just did not capitalize on any of them.
Bro, that was wild.
I loved all the Mothra scenes. Like you showed me Mothra and there's like, there's bioluminescence and whatnot.
Jeez.
Like I love that.
Nah, that's...
But then you see the movie we didn't see together, which is a movie I like, was like Godzilla vs. Kong.
Do you watch that?
Oh, that went hard, man.
Yeah. Well, I've watched
went
that
hard.
too. Maybe we've got to rewatch that.
Because it was during like COVID times and I went to like the theaters.
Yeah.
You weren't doing theater things.
And
at
I
that
went
point.
I went to like my couch.
Yeah. And that movie, like, King Kong has a stick with like a Godzilla spike on the back of it,
Jeez.
He's smacking folk with it. I mean, that's a movie. That's a movie that I enjoyed.
That's nuts.
We might have even reviewed it.
I don't think so. I think we did the burger review. I think we reviewed the burger.
We did the Godzilla burger, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is where what I want to talk about with this movie. So the Jurassic Park series and world, in many ways, is a world of wonder. You go in there, you go into those first, let's just say the first 4 movies, because I really like Jurassic World.
Oh yeah, Jurassic World was unbelievable.
I really like Jurassic World. You go in there and you're seeing like things happening. You're thinking, I mean, this is amazing. This is as good as it gets. I don't care if there's a story here. If there's dinosaurs interacting with humans in both a positive and negative way, I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it. I'm almost sitting back in my seat. I'm going like, whoa, this is happening in front of my eyes, right? The other thing that's really great about like the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, the first one, I guess, is that like the characters, they feel like they're real individuals. Like they're out there, they're doing like, this is Jurassic Park. This is how I'm reacting to Jurassic Park things. I'm out here, I'm doing things, right? I think that that's a great part of it. I think that's how you make really charismatic characters or actors, even greater characters that, withstand the sands of time. You talk about old mate Jeff Goldblum, you're thinking, man, dude, him in Jurassic Park, one when he's got his shirt open, like things are vibrating. Like that's a man right there, That's an enjoyable character to go look back on. And more specifically about those previous movies is you see the next generation of filmmaking, but also special effects, right? You go back to the first Jurassic Park movie. For the majority of it, even the CGI dinosaur, the T-Rex that you see that's in the thing and it knocks off the Jurassic Park post and it floats down to that iconic scene.
Yeah.
Even though that's like CGI, that was still very good for the time and still holds up today. You've got like all these ingredients to make a good movie. And then they got to this movie and they were just like, we got about 16 ideas that we need to do. We're going to put them all in, but we're going to forget about everything we learned from the first couple. We're going to forget about this. I'm going to tell you reasons why they've forgotten about it.
Yeah, tell me reasons.
Okay.
I'm here to listen.
Let me talk about the charismatic characters, okay? I think you got Chris Pratt's, you got Bryce Dallas Howard's, right? Great actors. Chris Pratt, he gets a lot of flack because he's like out there running to like Jesus tunes. Have you seen that video when he's like, I was having a bad day. I put on my Christian rock music. I went for a run. I felt better. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, that's Star-Lord's very own.
That's Star-Lord's very own.
No, right? There ain't no mountain high enough.
But, you put on that on your Twitter, like people for some reason are just going to be mad at you because like you went for a run and you were listening to Christian
music.
Right?
That's right.
So he's received a lot of flack. I'm not going to dive into why because I don't really 100% know why. But it seems unwarranted, okay? But nevertheless, previously, in other movies that he's been in, I've enjoyed him. I've enjoyed him because he's charismatic, he's fun, he's stupid sometimes, he's doing Chris Pratt things. Bryce Dallas Howard, the very own, In this movie, I don't know what it was, but what annoyed me from the very start is there are two opening scenes. So Bryce Dallas Howard, she is doing like, I'm a hippie now. I'm stealing like triceratops from the farms.
With a full face of makeup.
I'm doing other sort of hippie things. My hair just got done by the hairdresser.
My hair just got done. I just got a blowout,
I just got Brazilian blowouts. I'm here, right? And I don't know. I know that her character has sort of learnt from her ways in the initial one and she's trying to make up for everything that she's done wrong. But it just does not seem like the character that we saw in the last two movies is the same one.
And also it's like, well, we've got one triceratops. This is great. This is fantastic, guys. We're making real change. And the other two dudes are like, bro, this is one triceratops.
Well, it's also one triceratops, but also they like let people know that they know that there's like triceratops farms there.
Yeah.
So they'll probably just go shoot them triceratopses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
or take them to another place.
We don't know what happens.
We don't know what happens.
Where the dots connect.
And then you open up, you got this movie, right, where dinosaurs roam the earth. And then you open up one of the scenes with Chris Pratt on a horse looking like he's straight out of Red Dead Redemption 3, right?
Jeez,
he's riding towards whatever those parasaurs, right? And he's rounding them up.
Jeez, that was wild.
Right? Fine, cool. Then you got Chris Pratt just being the dinosaur whisperer. This is
but that's his vibe.
Yeah,
he just does these ones. He puts his hand out. He goes, "Whoa, boy." Slow down, boy.
That's his vibe to a degree.
And then Arthur Morgan comes out of the woodwork and he's...
I mean, if Arthur Morgan comes out and he's got what's called just run through his veins.
Like bronchitis.
Tuberculosis. Veins, right? I mean, you see Arthur Morgan lying on the ground looking at the sun, you cry.
And he's looking at the sun and then just a big-ass parasaur comes in his face.
Here's the thing, right? What you have done with that scene, that opening scene, is you have told me that you saw about 5 minutes of the first one. You're like, yeah, he does dinosaur like whispering things. This parasaur, a wild animal, is going to be tamed within 5 seconds. That parasaur is walking with him after that. This is not how it worked, and it's not even how it worked in the first one.
Is that because you've done dinosaur things like in the real life?
No, but when he's working with Blue the raptor in the first
but the
one.
raptor is different to a herbivore.
I know that herbivores are nicer, right? But say you saw a wild koala bear,
I've seen it.
chlamydia in the hands, because that's what they got underneath them nails. Don't you worry about it.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
That's wild.
It's actually epidemic. It's killing a lot of koala bears.
Jeez.
And they're not actually koala bears, they're just straight up koalas.
They're just koalas.
But like you call them bears because they look like a teddy bear, you know?
Bro, they cute as hell.
You run up on a koala that's in the wild. You start, hey, let me hug you. You're gonna get scratched up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but these are like horses in the wild. What are you doing? Okay, make that comparison. Because I don't know about horses in the wild, but you tell me about horses in the wild.
Let's see we see a stallion in the wild.
Yeah.
Right? Stallion.
Is it Italian or?
Oh, bro, it's the Italian stallion.
Jeez.
Right? And it's out there, it's bucking, it's wild.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you say it's buck wild?
It's buck wild. First you have to catch it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how you're going to be catching the Italian stallion, but
Let's just say that you catch it.
Say they catch the Italian stallion. You then have to work for a while to actually tame that animal, because that animal doesn't want you riding it.
You got to give it carrots or something. That's what you do in Minecraft.
Well, I mean, as we know from Red Dead Redemption 2, you start giving it carrots, it like becomes your mate. Its speed increases.
That's right. You do that.
Stuff.
You
have to break in that horse first of all. Now,
like a new pair of shoes.
Breaking in that horse like a new pair of shoes is showing it like I'm the boss here.
Yeah.
You can do all this buck and all this stuff, but I'm still here.
So you got to start flexing on it.
Like you have to start like just being its ear, like I'm still here. Like who's carrying the logs? It's me.
Who's carrying the logs? Who's carrying the logs?
Horse is a herbivore. Horse ain't eating things. Horse ain't going out actively killing things. Like it'll kill something. Like you stand behind a horse, you slap it on the ass, you're dead. Like it'll kill you.
That's it. I mean, that happens in Red Dead Redemption.
That's true. That is a good comparison to a parasaur if I've ever seen one. You can't just be taming a parasaur, have it on a leash 2 minutes after you touch its nose.
So what's the acceptable amount of time? We talking like an hour, 2 hours?
Well, all I'm not saying that I'm saying that this man would have been struggling to get that parasaur any further.
Yeah.
Without a fight. And if that was shown. But my issue with it is they have taken these characters that are good characters and they have just brought them down to their most minor form.
Chris Pratt, tame dinosaur.
Yeah. Bryce Dallas Howard. The director was like, and the screenplay, whoever wrote the screenplay was like, I didn't even know what she did in the last couple, but like she doing activism now. Like that's what she's doing.
Because she didn't do activism before, now she's doing activism.
She did that in the second one. She became like an activist for like dinosaurs.
Okay.
But we only saw that a minor bit, and now she's doing like, let's go to the lobby and steal ourselves a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And that continues throughout the rest of this movie. You see Dr. Alan Grant for the first time. He's just doing paleontology things.
Yeah.
Why are people doing paleontology things? You got dinosaurs roaming around the earth.
Bro, you don't need the bones. You got the dinosaur.
Like, who am I going to pay? The mans that shows me the bones or the mans that takes me to the T-Rex in his backyard, $5 for a ride?
Yeah, but man's doing paleontology things, not just $5 for a ride. He's not out there making money. Maybe he's got to find new bones
but that's what he's
bring
doing.
Back more dinosaurs.
Remember, that's what he's doing. That's why there's tourists there. And he's like, we got to make our money somehow. That's what he says to
the lady.
Yeah, what's the actor's name? I keep calling her Judy Greer, but that's Laura Dern.
Laura Dern.
Right? Then you get Laura Dern's come through. And Laura Dern's, like, you've seen Star Wars, the one before the last one.
Yeah.
Last
Star Wars
Jedi.
Episode 8, the one before the last one.
Not Last Jedi. Well, I don't know what it's called. But it's the one where, like, things are happening and people were really upset about it. Rian Johnson directed it.
Yeah, The Return of Skywalker.
The Return of Skywalker, but the ones before it.
Yeah.
Now, Laura Dern's is in that movie. And she's like doing things for the whole movie. You're thinking she's the bad guy. She ends up being the good guy, and she sacrifices herself. She sends herself right into this troop of the starships, like the evil starships. Right? It's a mad scene, wild.
Yeah.
Laura Dern's a good actor.
Spoilers for like all the
movies, just
movies
every
that
movie.
start with star.
You put Laura Dern's in this movie. She rocks up to the cornfields, right, to see them damn big locusts.
Yeah.
She rocks up to the cornfields, sees some locusts. And this is what you think. You're like, hey, look, all we've got for you is nostalgia. Like, we can't do anything more than nostalgia for you. This is how we're going to get the people into the seats, based on nostalgia. When you see the cornfields, I need you to get up out of your car, take off your glasses in wonder and amazement, and then look. And then the camera's going to show what you're looking at. It's going to be amazing. And then the camera pans, and it's just an empty field.
That's amazing.
In the previous one, it was brontosauruses. In Jurassic Park 1, you've seen brontosauruses eating leaves and
but
stuff.
the thing is, you go to brontosauruses, you go back down to Earth, you see corn, and you're like, bro, is corn.
I mean,
I've just had brontosauruses in my vision for the past 15 years.
I mean, you and I specifically talked about how like you should appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
And you see a lizard on the ground, you're like, that's wild, that's a dinosaur.
But I
right?
did see a lizard on the ground the other day. I was walking home and I just sat there and looked at it for about 35 seconds and I was just on a walk and cars were going past. They're probably like, what the hell is this man squatting in there? Probably thinking I'm doing something,
I mean, you're squatting in a
unholy
public place. You might be doing something unholy.
Mm.
But what I'm trying to get at is this movie has lost... It's a shell of itself now. It's a shell of its series because it's like, let's make wonderment and amazement. And it just can't do it. And it shows me that by saying, we've got a movie with dinosaurs. There's dinosaurs. Exciting things. Dinosaurs now in the world, right? You go to New York City, you're in Times Square, there's a dinosaur there, right? That's exciting. But hey, look, let's do the locust, big old locust eating corn. Like, let's do it. But not the biosyn corn because we want to fight against the man. Because we're about fighting against the man. Us, making $1 billion a year. We're fighting against the man, right? You see what I'm saying?
But have you considered this?
Yeah, I'm considering it.
There's dinosaurs in this movie and they're just doing dinosaur things.
I mean, there's dinosaurs in this movie. And when I see a brontosaurus next to like big pieces of wood, I'm thinking that's crazy. It's got snow on it.
Yeah.
You know? That's pretty cool. But this is a better movie. I'm about to tell you what a better movie is. And I've been doing all the talking because, I was up watching 65% of this movie. I didn't even know how it ends, but I was up watching 65% of this movie, right? So I did the work.
Jeez.
I put in the work.
Before, since he last said how much you watched and now, man's has watched 1%.
Did I say 64 last time?
He said 64. 65 is the movie with Ben Swallow.
That's Ben Swallow.
He just takes a lightsaber to space dinosaurs.
Oh, dude, imagine if he has a sword.
Yeah.
Imagine he's just in there, he's like struggling with dinosaurs
I'm
on
Ben
him
Swallow.
and he's just stabbing him.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, Adam Driver I was about to call him Andrew Driver, but he could be both. He's the man that I want to see in movies.
Yeah.
Here's the better movie. You show me the first 3 weeks of the dinosaurs coming into, in the last one, they open up all the cages, or the clone opens up all the cages. All the dinosaurs just start sprinting out into the world.
That's dumb idiot things, man.
I mean, that's dumb idiot things, but here's the thing.
That was a clone dinosaur, not the clone kid.
The clone kid, I'm pretty sure, pressed the button.
Bro, what a dumb idiot.
Yeah, but she's cloned, so she don't know what's going on.
No, she's not cloned.
She ain't cloned.
No, she ain't cloned.
She ain't cloned.
She's just the kid of the...
But she a clone, though.
Yeah, not really.
Wasn't she made in the factories?
No. Like in the Tesla factories?
No. I'm talking about in the last one that we watched. That's why she was in a basement because she ain't meant to be there.
No, because what's her name?
Was this after the 64% that I watched?
The issue was what's her name? Her mum, Elizabeth Olsen or whatever her name is. She got pregnant or she had IVF or whatever she did.
Yeah.
She had the kid. Then she found out she's got genetic mutations. That means she gonna die.
The kid is?
No, the mum.
The mum.
The mum died. Then she edited the genes of the kid, which you're not allowed to do.
Okay. So she's just in there editing genes like dinosaurs.
She's just editing the genes. Yeah. She's just doing like Control C, Control V. She's editing them. She's downloaded from an email. It said like, this might be harmful. Do you want to enable editing? She's clicked enable editing.
No way.
She's done it.
And was it harmful?
Bro, I mean, evidently not.
I mean, like ethically,
she's
maybe.
Still alive. Ethically harmful, yeah.
But also, like, because there's people looking like, chasing after her.
Yeah.
This is the movie. You tell me how crazy this movie is. They let the dinosaurs out. Then 48 hours later, it's just dinosaurs wreaking havoc on the world.
Yeah.
How did that pterodactyl get to the top of that building and just put up nest up there?
Because it can fly.
Like, he would at least...
You see those wings?
Yeah, I've seen them wings.
Yeah,
but
that's
he would
how it
at
gets
least
up
killed about 6-7 people, put their bones up there as well. I want to see that.
So you just want to see dinosaurs...
I just want to see dinosaurs in the city wreaking havoc, and then people just got to like, we got to get these dinosaurs out of here by any means. Like Bam out of bio, BAM, by any means.
Bro, you had a good game the other night. Dude, they beat the Celtics as well.
I mean, this is that's the conversation we had.
Yeah, I was just talking about how Orlando Magic beat the Celtics 3 times this year.
Yeah.
You know, the league leaders, the Boston Celtics with 36 wins or whatever, and 13 losses, and 3 of them to the Orlando Magic. Like, I mean, my Orlando Magic.
Your Orlando Magic. Like, you're on the team.
I'm on the team.
You're the sixth man.
I'm the sixth man.
Yeah. I think that if you want to give me a Jurassic World movie, okay, you've done the last one, which is like, hey, it's, you know, we're trying to do something that's a bit more eerie. There's some more drama and tension between characters in these early movies. This is the last one. People didn't like that one previously. This is the last one. Just give me action, bro. I'm talking about just give me action. I'm talking about give me dinosaurs just hunting people down. I'm talking about people in their city blocks. They're up there doing, like, you know, they might be working from home. They might be working from the offices. There's a T-Rex, like, you know, its eyes come past the thing. Damn T-Rex, like little T-Rex hands come in there, start grabbing people, bringing them out. No, imagine you have a raptor just in an office building. Dude's got to work it out.
As in, like, the raptor's in the office building. He's going, well, you're here now. Like, start filing these papers. And the raptor's there trying to, with claws, he's trying to, I don't have opposable thumbs, bro.
And then they find a role, like, for him, like, you be the hole puncher. Because we got to punch a hole. And then, like, he's in there, he's enjoying himself.
And then they bring in like an actual hole puncher, and they're like, hey, bro, you're redundant.
Dude. And then that just shows, like, that it's not just like
and
Jurassic
then the
World.
raptor goes through, you know, the 5 stages of grief and depression, and he's just sad.
Like, he goes back to his wife. He's like, they told me it was a dog-eat-dog world, not a dinosaur-eat-dinosaur world.
They told me it was a dog-eat-dog world, but I ate all the dogs.
Old dog's dead, you know?
Jeez. I mean, that's now a movie that I want to see.
You want to see it, like, you know.
Yeah. But let me tell you what I thought of this movie.
Tell me, because I only watched 64% of it, maybe 60%.
I watched 110%.
Wow.
Because I was there, Scream was black, I was still looking at it. And that all counts for minutes.
That's minutes, man. It's minutes in the legs, it's minutes in the eyes.
That's right. That's when people say, like, you got to give 110% on the field, bro. You just rock up 100% of the game, stay behind for 10 minutes.
Yeah, just sit on the grass if you need to.
That's right. That's 110%.
That's right.
Because I'm still here.
You're there. And we're here. And I'll tell you about this movie. I watched this. This is a spur of the moment. I don't normally watch movies on planes, but I thought, you know what? I'm on a plane. I'm going to watch a movie. Yeah.
And Jurassic World was there. And I thought, you know what? I'm probably not going to watch this when I'm home. Put Jurassic World on. Scorsese was next to me. He was like, this is what I intended. You know, I got this film has been edited for Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. This is an unbelievable movie strictly because of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You're out here. There's so many different dinosaurs. That fight at the end with the Giganotosaurus and the Therizinosaurus, the one with the claws, the one that looks like a sloth with claws.
See, I only got 64% in.
Bro, you missed that fight, man. With
I
the
didn't even
T-Rex.
fall asleep.
The thing is,
I stopped watching.
Yeah, be quiet. The thing is, the T-Rex is the too iconic. It just has to survive.
Yeah.
I don't want the T-Rex to survive. Kill off the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Get some other head to bring in, you know, the Giganotosaurus or whatever. Why do they act like the T-Rex is the good guy in this situation?
Because it's all about nostalgia.
Yeah, I know. That's absolutely correct. But, man, this movie, if it wasn't for the people, this would be an unbelievable movie.
If it was just dinosaurs doing dinosaur things.
Right, if it was just done. Because I agree with you. This one, I remember liking the second one.
Nah.
No, I remember liking it.
No, you didn't, man. We
did.
talked about it. You said you didn't.
No, I liked it. But this one, it felt like everyone who was there, they said, hey, you're getting employed as actors. And they came in and they were like, geez, I forgot to act. I forgot how to act. And because they all did it, they all just thought, okay, well, this is acting then, I guess.
Well, when you got about 8 actors and, like, you know, big actors, you got a Goldblum, you got a Laura Derns, you got a, you know, man's from New Zealand and he's doing New Zealand things. You got a Chris Pratt, you got a Bryce Dallas Howard, right? When you got them all in the same room, you fall into the Fast and the Furious effect, in which it's like, all right, man, I'm paying this guy 10 mil, I'm paying this guy 10 mil, I'm paying this guy 10 mil. I got to give this guy at least 6 lines. But
how they do that in Knives Out, and it's fine.
Because Knives Out was written by a better person.
So that's the issue.
That's part of the issue.
So some man's has been swayed by.
But also, I don't think
by the dollars.
I don't think Dave Bautista was getting paid Chris Pratt money.
No, Chris Pratt's different. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are the main characters.
But what I'm saying is, I'm sure Dr. Alan Grant's to come back. They were like, dude, we throw money at your head.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, where's your bank account? If it's in your head, I'm throwing it at you.
Yeah, I think the performances of all the actors in this were just
You can't
Average
search
as.
that up, can you?
what?
Like how much a head got paid for a movie?
I don't know, maybe.
Like
I mean, you can search it up. I don't know if they'll give you the answer.
I don't want to fall into
Ask
anything crazy.
ask ChatGPT. You know, they'll probably know. But yeah, this. I mean, all of the people portions of it, bro. You're right there.
Sorry, I've got this on loud.
Were just rough. The other thing I hated, bro, they wore too much makeup. All the heads wore too much makeup, and you know when it showed the most, bro. I don't care about how much people got. You know, I just listened to you talk for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, I know that I'm always not listening to you, but you got to listen to me.
Yeah, I was just looking at prices, like what people made.
Like prices. How much can I get a Sam Neill for? Gone once, gone twice, 50 mil to this bloke here. So my issue with the makeup and the situation with that is that Bryce Dallas Howard jumps into a swamp. She out the swamp, and she's looked like she's walked out the hairdresser.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know,
Same with Sam Neill, Laura Dern. They're out here in the sticks. They're out here in the shrubs. They're doing jungle things, and they're looking like they're about to step on a runway. Tell me how, Sway.
well, I mean, if you're thinking about it from like the perspective of real life, there ain't no way.
That's right. This is one thing that I really have begun to dislike even more about movies, especially ones that, you know, they're out here doing like things in the world.
Yeah.
They're out in the world. They're not just in the hairdresser out of the hairdresser. They're in the world, and they look like they're perpetually got a makeup artist like just out of frame that's just touching them up every time. Which evidently they
They do.
They do have that.
The biggest challenge, and I mean, I guess what could take you out of the movie is that Bryce Dallas Howard, they living in a wooden house out in the woods. What are those houses called?
A wooden house out in the
House
woods.
out in the woods,
Yeah.
right? With a fugitive. Okay, they're out there doing those things. There ain't no places around there to get Brazilian blowouts.
There's no skincare routines there either.
I mean, there's skincare routines,
But
because
not-
it's all about you. You do your own skincare. You go to Sukin, maybe not Sukin. Maybe you go to like Ultraceuticals. Like you'd be paying a lot of money, but you get a good skincare routine.
I know, but where are they getting that from?
You got to go to the store,
That's right. They're going to
exactly
have that in the store and out in the woods?
not out in the sticks.
No, that's right. They don't have Amazon Prime there.
That's the working class people out
Jeff
there.
Bezos will rock up to the house and be like, "Hey, there's a fugitive here." Hey, buy us in, because they be on islands together.
Oh, dude, Biasin, Bezos, Musk, they're all on the islands together.
They're on the islands.
And you don't know who's on them islands. Like they got flight records, but apparently like everyone's just mates with him, but they weren't mates with him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a conspiracy if I've ever heard one. Like, how's a guy going to go there 6 times and be like, hey, you're a good guy,
Yeah.
you know? And that's biasing things, and that's sin. That's just straight up sin.
That's just straight up see.
So I get what you're saying in regards to that. And it takes it back to one of the big issues that a lot of people had with Jurassic World, in which Bryce Dallas Howard's running away from T-Rex and
in
raptors
heels.
in heels. And one, like, I don't know if that's meant to be a point of being like, women can do anything and we can do it in heels.
I think you'd probably find that 100% of the
It's
committee that made that decision were men.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The other issue that you had another issue with the acting. We talked about the Fast and Furious issues, right? But also, you give people a shell of a movie, even the best of actors can't make too much of it. Because if you got 8 heads, how are you going to be outshining the other heads?
You don't have to outshine the other heads. You just got to make it believable. A lot of the lines that they were saying, I was thinking, man, this person is just reading the script.
I mean, look, they might have.
I want to talk about the makeup more, because that stuff that pulls me out of the movie.
Yeah.
And I know that's society things. That Hollywood heads have got to look like Hollywood heads.
It's big Hollywood.
But geez, it makes movies. I think I'm noticing that more and more, that movies that do that and make people look, 100% schmick at all times, and they coming out of swamps. I'm looking at that and I'm going, how am I supposed to stay in this movie?
I mean, you go to Fiji, you go on one of them mud pits, you come out, you're looking good after that.
Yeah, but I can guarantee you that's not a mud pit. That probably got like dilophosaur feces in there.
But we haven't studied the dilophosaur feces,
Right, I have. I've played like 400 hours of Ark Survival Evolved. I've studied it.
If you say dilophosaur feces like 10 times, like you'll mess it up once.
Well, I mean, you mess it up from the get-go.
Dilophosaur. What is it called?
Now I don't know what I'm saying. Now I don't know what it's called. Dilophosaur.
Well,
See, I don't even know if that's right.
listen, it might not be, but this is sorry. When I went back to the Fast and Furious thing, I had an idea, but then it left me. But now it's back.
What this movie lacked were what's the word? Establishing shots of the island of someplace. Tokyo. Big letters.
You wanted Tokyo?
Yeah, I wanted that.
Yeah.
Not Tokyo specifically. I was just making jokes about Fast and Furious.
Dude,
they're just walking down like steps. Budapest.
But dude, you put a dinosaur in Tokyo, like we're halfway to Godzilla.
Bro,
But here's the one thing that I need to tell you.
tell me.
One of the contractual issues with the Fast and Furious series, and I'm going back to that for a reason, was that The Rock and Vin Diesel couldn't, within their contract. Now, this is in their contracts now. It's in their contracts.
Listen up. It's in their contracts now.
They could never at any point be losing a fight. So if I'm Vin Diesel, you're The Rock.
Imagine having that small of a ego. I don't know what the word is.
Your ego is too big.
Your ego's too big. Imagine being that insecure
Insecurity.
that they can't lose a fight in a fake thing.
In a fake thing.
They can't lose a fake fight.
Here's the thing. Say you're Vin Diesel, I'm The Rock, right? Or either way, right? Because like we both built like both of them.
Yeah.
I punch you, you have to punch me back. If I get 6 in, doesn't matter if it's in a row, you got to get 6 in next time.
Bro, I'm just imagining Vin Diesel hasn't got his 6 punch in and The Rock has, and then something happens and they backed up and the Vin Diesel just like running after The Rock. Hold on. Just punches him a little bit on the shoulder. I'm good.
But this is the same thing. The reason that you do it is not because like people want to see that, make sure that The Rock is always on top. It's that the people who are running the show think that is what people want to see. The people that are running the show think we want to see the most beautiful of beautiful people doing things, or the person that's made up looking like they're going to the Hollywood Gala, the Met Gala,
Yeah.
right? They're dressed up like Doja Cat with all them Swarovski diamonds all over her
I ain't
body.
seen that, but that's wild.
Dude, like I'm talking about full body, head to toe, Swarovskis.
You think about that, how many people could that have fed? She rocks up to Zambreros with all them Swarovskis. She's going like, feed the heads.
I'm talking about like her whole head was one Swarovski diamond. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's too many Swarovskis.
That's Swarovskis. But unfortunately, big Hollywood movies like this, and I'm talking big Hollywood, and I'm going to get into big Hollywood in a second, they make a movie that they think that we want. And they have lost touch with what Hollywood was. And one of the things that they do is make everyone just look like they fresh out the stew.
Yeah.
Like us. You know how when we come out the stew, we look our best?
Bro, we look good.
That's
we
how
got
they made-
cameras waiting outside that door.
That's how they made Bryce look. There's the only reason is because they think we want to see Bryce Dallas Howard looking like, she's going wherever she's going after being in the swamp with the dilophosaur species.
I don't know. The other one who I noticed was real bad, Sam Neill, man. That
just-
man's looked like he was too smooth over or something.
But I also think that Sam Neill, every shot you see him is like, it's a Sam Neill shot.
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah, he's here. That's right. It's Sam Neill. He's got the hat on. He's looking fresh.
Hey, like, look, it's Sam Neill. Everybody, look, it's
You ever
Sam
seen that
Neill.
Sam Neill? They got Laura Dern. She's taking off her glasses. She's going,
So like every time she sees like, that's a dilophosaur feces, like she's doing it.
and
Right?
it's Sam Neill.
Also, I said species before because like it'll mess you up.
You've mispronounced pretty much every third word you've said today.
Last 25 minutes, and I've done 64% of this
And that's
movie.
Dilophosaurus for species.
But here's the one thing I want to talk about: big Hollywood. This is what I'll finish on because I've said a lot.
Finish it.
This I'll finish on. I hate when big movies like this that make billions of dollars.
Listen up, Big Hollywood.
I'm
About to
talking
end your
about
whole
big Hollywood
career.
because this is going to end your whole career. I just want to quickly show you. Jurassic World made 1.671 billion. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom made 1.31 billion, and this movie made 1.004 billion. Right, so they're making money. Obviously, diminishing returns, but like slightly. But here's the thing: you've got these massive movies, and they're talking about, hey, we got to watch out for the big guy. The big guy's trying to take us little guys down. Me, Chris Pratt, the little guy. I do Marvel movies and Jurassic World movies. I'm the little man.
Are you saying
I'm
that's his
taking on the
character
big man.
in the movie?
I'm saying that that's what this movie is trying to present to be like. Hey,
Yeah, but
hey,
that's a lot of these movies try to
we're the
present
common folk. We're the common folk. Biosyn, they got their corn. The locusts, they don't eat it. Our corn, they eat it because we're the little folk. They're taken from us come watch the movie. Come watch the movie in a pandemic. Let's go. You know, risk your lives. I mean, like, people that went there didn't die from, like, you know, from watching that movie.
What's the date today?
The 26th.
Right, I just got a message from Big Hollywood.
They shut down.
Bro, they should set up shop. Offices are cleared out. They're taking down the Hollywood sign.
I'm telling you, they got to take it down, dude. They got to take it down right now.
Jeez.
The last thing I'll say.
Yeah, but that's majority of movies. You don't let the big guy win. That's just, you know, it's a David and Goliath situation.
I mean, I know it's a David and Goliath situation, but
Yeah.
this movie hones in on that.
Yeah, but that's the same as
This
Knives
is
Out.
my sin.
But we talk the same about Knives Out. It's the same situation.
Exactly, and we let them know that Dave Bautista isn't.
Yeah, but
you
didn't put hits out on Big Hollywood that movie.
Yeah, but it's led to this though.
It's okay. So this was like the last straw.
Because we talked about, you know, all these heads talking about, famous people were, you know, all these rich people, like how dumb they look. We were saying that those are the people that are you know, 90% of those actors probably were like mates with Elon Musk. And
Yeah.
now they're teasing him.
Yeah.
It's like it's what you need to do.
That's right.
But this movie did it even worse because it's like that over there. That's biosyn. It ain't us. They tap in their chest like that with two fingers. The other thing I'm going to say is,
But realistically, in this movie, Bison were doing good things apart from like the ego things that the man was doing. Also, what was the character that he was meant to be? You know, you were meant to take over this, and you were better than me, and then he was just like released the dilophosaurs.
Was that the guy from the previous one? He was like, I'm in a suit. I'm doing suit things because like Jurassic Park, we're about suits now.
I don't know what the actor's name was.
You know, like they were wearing linen in the first one. Now they're wearing just suits.
The dude was looking fresh as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy who was like, I need to know the genetic makeup so I can undo this mistake.
Yeah,
Not that guy.
Yeah, that's not the guy because he's wanted to undo the mistake. It wasn't BD, was it?
Who's BD?
Is BD dead?
Who's BD?
BD Wong.
Wasn't BD Wong.
It wasn't BD Wong.
Nah.
You got to look this up.
I'm going to look it up. You keep talking about
because
it.
I don't think I got that far into this till I see any.
No. He was right at the start. When they came in, he was the one that was showing Sam Neill and Laura Dern around.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. What was the man's name?
It could have been Scott Hayes. Here's the thing that I want to say.
Who's Scott Hayes?
I mean, there's something I'm going to tell you off screen, but like this.
Bro,
is pretty...
you tell me like Giganotosaurus is in there. That's what I want to see. Oh,
So-
what's his name? Oh, I'm not going to know. I'm not going to know how to pronounce this. Mamadou Athi.
Oh yes. I see him now.
Oh, also, what's her name? DeWanda Wise, the pilot. The lady that was doing smuggling things, and then she was like, I'm helping you guys.
Okay,
She was a real cool character, but the
Yeah.
way that she was just like, yeah, well, you know, I saw that kid, now I'm a good person. Now I was doing smuggling things before, now I'm a good person. You know, that's dumb idiot
This
thing.
is as far as I'll go, and this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to finish off on because this is all I was thinking about when I was watching this movie. Because I wanted to say it to you specifically. This should be called Jurassic Park Dumb Idiot, not Dominion.
The idiot.
It should just be called Dumb Idiot because that's exactly where it's at, and that's all I'm going to say. This is a 4 out of 10.
There was
I'm
a
giving
whole
it 4
bunch
just
of
for the dinosaurs.
There was a whole bunch of other stuff. There were too many characters, like that lady who was, you know, this menacing evil lady that does all the business of the biosyn, and then she just disappears.
She's just doing dirty deeds and they're done dirt cheap, but then she disappears.
Yeah. She does dirty deeds that done dirt cheap and disappears.
And also, like, you know, the clone, I was sick of the clone for about 5 minutes. Because it's like, you know, it's like, hey, we also got to do, like, remember that she's a teenager, we got to do teenage things.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, we got to do stuff.
You're not even my real mum.
And Bryce Dallas was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm in a swamp now with the loss of all feces.
Bro, you seen this swamp makeup? Far out.
Dude, I mean, if you know what the classic joke is, I'm going to say it.
This is a 7.5 out of 10 movie for me.
Come on.
Bro,
7.5.
Bro, you put, okay, 7. It was a 7. Do you put dinosaurs in there? I love this movie.
Yeah, but there's better dinosaur movies.
Oh,
There's 65 coming out this year.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that yet.
That's true, you haven't seen it.
That's right. And I watch 100% of this, and I might only watch 65% of 65.
Well, see, maybe if I watch 100% of it, I might have got.
I'm telling you, that last one with the Therisosaurs, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
No, I was nuts.
But here's the issue. I didn't even fall asleep. That's just how much I dislike
There was
this
too
movie.
much stuff going on. because then they had Blue had the kid, and then there was the kid, and then the things.
And like they're like, hey, we gotta steal the dinosaur because everyone's like stealing dinosaurs or children. You know, that's this movie. But there's also locusts, and also you got these other things going on in the background.
Yeah, which is why they had to make it 2.5 hours because they had too many storylines, and they were connected, but I don't feel like they were connected enough. That they weren't a cohesive story.
This story was put together in order to just put people in frame.
Yeah.
Have them act, then go to the next thing. There's the dilophosaur here, and then go to the next bit with.
But you see
Alan
that?
Grant
I
acting.
mean, jeez, that's wild.
Yeah, but when I see the dilophosaurs, I was looking at them like, man, I could be playing Ark Survival Evolved.
I mean, maybe that's what I was just thinking about.
Like that's the graphs.
No, they were good graphs.
Nah, their graphs weren't as good.
Nah,
man.
they were good.
I'm telling you, you look back, them graphs weren't as
Nah, maybe because I was watching it on, how Scorsese intended on the, 4:3 probably aspect ratio on the plane.
good. And also, I when you're watching stuff on a plane, you can either make that movie the best movie ever or the worst movie ever.
Well, that was, that's 10 out of 10 movies to watch on a plane.
Because I watched, and that's exactly right, that's a rating in itself. Because I watched that movie where it's like, I'm the Rock, but I'm missing a leg and I'm jumping from building to building, skyscraper.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that on a plane.
Yeah.
I was like, this is better than Die Hard. I looked at the person next to me that was sleeping. I was like, hey, this is better than Die Hard.
It's better than Die Hard.
Yeah, you better watch this. This is better than Die Hard. Because it's like, it's Die Hard, but with The Rock, is what that movie
Yeah,
is.
so it wasn't Die Hard with a Vengeance. It was Die Hard with The Rock.
And like in that movie, like The Rock's got a beard, and I appreciate that.
And
It's something different.
he had to get more punches into the skyscraper than the skyscraper got to him.
Yeah, well, when he got to the top, dude, you should see how many hits he was giving that skyscraper.
Right.
That's straight to the dome.
Straight to the dome.
Yeah.
Because if you're at the top, that's the dome.
Yeah, and like at the top, it's like he gets to the top, right? There's this big old dome, and I'm talking about it's a dome.
Yeah.
They go in there, and it's like it's just like all these screens, and it shows you like, hey, I'm in Isla Nublar now, so that comes into play as well, That's just the Rock skyscraper things. Hey, but what did I say? 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
Hey, listen, that was Jurassic World Dominion, and this has been the back catalogue.
Talk soon.
Yes.